Welcome to Crow and Client, here today with a daily energetic check-in, and this reading is for I'm gonna do a fun Halloween reading. At least I hope it ends up being fun. Typically on the weekends I do a three pile pick a card kind of thing, but I decided that I wanted to do just one today. So whenever you see this is when it's meant for you. Okay, this is a timeless reading, and the card of focus using the Enchanted for Hawks Tarot is the Seven of Fire. Okay, now this fairy, I love this fairy in this card. Okay, they're firmly planted in front of a vibrant rose bush. Very confident in the position and in their ability to fend off those shadowy gremlins, right? That are kind of trying to get in there. No one really knows who got there first. Okay. But something to note with this card is that these gremlins they're called gremlins in the deck, but they show up as shadows. Okay. They don't actually have detail or anything besides, their eyes, but they show up as shadows, and it's almost as if this fairy has generated them. Okay, like generated the shadows to sort of show the world the commitment to holding this position and protecting this rose bush. So sometimes we fight enemies that aren't really there because we want a battle that will prove our commitment to a position. Sometimes we create conflict and drama so that we can take the offense in an attempt to shore up support, right? Or a cause or a stand that we believe in, hoping that other people perceive us as brave or righteous or, leaders, that kind of thing. Yeah. So sometimes when we do reach a level of success and must contend with those who wish to knock us down a peg, it's usually, let me say that again, because I don't think that was clear, okay? Sometimes we reach a level of success and we must indeed contend with those who wish to knock us down a peg. Okay, so there is a realistic air about this card and having to stand one's ground, because that's what the Seven of Fire is. It's about standing one's ground. So, holding the position. So in this particular reading today, are you on the offense or the defense? Are you fighting a battle for the right reasons, or are you clinging to a position to save face? Are you worrying too much about what other people think? If you believe in your position wholeheartedly and your actions reflect integrity, call on the Seven of Fire to help support you in battle, right? Are you fighting a battle for the right reasons, or are you clinging to a position to save face? Ooh, that's a bit heavy. That's a good question, isn't it? Okay. I have the hocus pocus. Let's dig into that. Are you saving face? There's a lot of pride and ego in that, right? A lot of pride and ego. All right, hocus pocus. I'm going to just shovel this up a little bit. Hey, I want to thank everyone for being here. I really, really appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for showing up, and not just for me, for yourself. That's some self-love right there, and I am honored to bring you these messages every day. And I hope everybody's having a really fun, safe weekend too. Halloween is one of mine. It is actually my favorite holiday, right? it is my favorite. All right. Let's see what's going on here. What's the message today? And please, if it doesn't fit, don't make it yours, okay? Don't create the drama that isn't really there. Okay, so we have the Three of Candles right out of the gate. So this is like the Three of Wands, right? This is actually taking action on a plan that you have, you know, planning your world, creating your world the way that you want it for you, for yourself, for your best and highest good. In your energy, you have the Two of Cups. What? Okay, so the Two of Cups is, this Two Potions is a soulmate connection. Okay. This is in your energy. Soulmate connection. So this might be about you and someone else, all right? You're planning your world. In your energy, you've got this Two of Cups. Now, it's a card of union, okay? And it generally is a soulmate union or connection. Now, this can be a best friend. It can be a lover. It can be, some people think it's a twin flame. It can be a boss. It can be, you know, any kind of a soulmate union, okay? Now, that's showing up in your energy with this Seven of Wands, stand your ground, is kind of interesting, I think. Okay? And keeping in mind, here comes the Ten of Lightning. So maybe fighting, if you're fighting for this soul connection for the right reasons, it is going to end your pain, right? The Ten of Lightning is the Ten of Swords, and that is an ending. Painful, but it's not going to get any worse, okay? Yeah, you're fighting for your, yeah, okay, all right. So the question is it a perceived battle, or is it actually happening? You know what I mean? Maybe that's not the right way to say that. Are you fighting for the right reasons, or are you trying to save face? And we have the Knight of Candles coming out as well. So, yeah, the Knight, this is fiery energy, right? The Knight generally takes the spark of the page and fans the flame of this idea that you have. So you're wanting to grow this world, this is taking action on building the world the way that you want it, fiery and creative and juicy. And this Knight of Candles is going to fan the flames on that, okay, which is going to accelerate it. Interesting. All right, let's see what else is coming up in your energy. We have the Eight of Pentacles, or the Eight of Pumpkins, Eight of Pentacles. So this in your energy, this can represent mastery, like getting in and working on the fine details of something that, you've been working on. It also is a card of getting back to the basics. Okay, maybe you have gotten a little extravagant with what you're doing, and it's time to just keep it simple at this point, but move forward. This is also a card of furthering your education, right? It can be a card of hard work. I mean, this is a card of hard work. So whatever this is, you are working really hard for and towards. This Two of Cups. It's gonna become clear here. Yeah, you've been working really hard on this. So are you standing your ground, standing your position for the right reasons, or are you trying to save face? Yeah, keep in mind we've got the Ace of Candles. So yeah, this is sort of the bonk on the head card. This is the wake up call kind of for this. It's a gift from spirit, right? Fiery and juicy and creative and confident and all of these things, and this is for you. This is for you. Whatever this is that you are working on and standing your ground on around about for is, yeah, don't stop. Because so far everything seems like you're doing it for the right reasons, okay? Because there are gifts incoming for you. And there is support for you in this. Yeah. And the King of Pumpkins. Yeah, the King of Pumpkins knows how to work hard, but also knows, you know, when it's time to enjoy the fruits of the labor. So this is incredible stability, foundation of money and material things. This is what you're working towards. This is what you're working for. So yes, it seems to me so far that what you're working for in this reading, you're doing it for the right reasons, right? You're looking for that foundation. You're looking for that stability, you know, that's going to allow you to run with whatever this creative gift is, this creative idea that's coming in. It's like you're laying the foundation, this really strong foundation for these, for this thing. You know, once we have our feet underneath of us, right, and we can pay the bills, and we have a little wiggle room, and we can sort of exhale and then step into something that we really, really, really want to do. I feel like that's what this reading is really about today, okay? Yeah, coming up in your energy is the Star, or the guiding light. A card of healing, but also of wishes and dreams. So this is something to me that you really, really wanted for a long time. And maybe you're finding the courage to do it. I mean, obviously, there is a lot of confidence here on you know, in this reading right here. On the mat. On the mat. Wow. Wow. Good for you. Good for you. And then we have the Three of Potions. So yeah, it's a card of celebration. It's community. It's support. It's besties. I love this for you. Oh my goodness sakes. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. All right. Bottom of the deck, I'm going to pull it just because the color caught my eye. Bottom of the deck is the World, right? So this is completing a cycle. So it's quite possible that, you know, part of the lesson in all of this and part of reaching this completion, you know, is that you had to stand your ground. You had to fight your way through this energy, you know, to build this foundation for yourself. And then with the World, we can kind of sit back and enjoy the success for a little bit. Okay. Anyway, my battery is about to die. That's so crazy. Okay, let me see if I can get one more before before we're gone. Before we're gone. Yeah. Hang on. One more. I don't know. That's weird. Yeah, we have the Judgment card coming out. So definitely reassessing and an awakening, right? So when we have a completion, we start a new beginning. And, you know, with the Fool and the Judgment makes sense because we reassess and we have an awakening and we move forward on the next leg of our journey with fresh eyes and fresh ideas. And you will be carrying the wisdoms with you, okay? Stand your ground. Don't give up. This is beautiful energy for you. Thank you so much for being here. Like and subscribe, share with your besties, and I'll see you next time. Bye.